Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is Eric Johnson. I'm getting a lot of comments on my can't hold a job video, so I thought I'd do kind of like a part 2 called I Can't Work for Bosses Anymore. And I'm going to talk about my work experience, and maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. Either way, I'd appreciate it if you watch it. So here's the thing, is when I was growing up, I had these huge dreams, and I'm sure you did too. I mean, I wanted to be a Formula One driver, and then I wanted to be the great American writer. I wanted to be a rock and roll drummer, and alcohol kind of zapped those dreams. And instead, I became a dishwasher or a prep cook, and eventually a short order line cook in restaurants. And then once in a while, I would get a job landscaping or doing construction, but I never excelled at it. I never got, I never managed teams or anything like that. I was basically the guy that went around and picked up trash, okay? But I always rationalized it because I still had those dreams in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm going to be great someday. I just don't know what it's going to be. But, 20 years pass, 25 years pass, I'm still flipping burgers or washing dishes. I finally got sober in 2008, and that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something with my life finally. But it was still hard. I tried being an entrepreneur and working from home, doing internet marketing, and I still had to go back to a job. The commissions weren't high enough. 3 different times I had to go back and get a job. So a lot of people that have autism are highly educated. They might not be educated formally, but they're well-read, and maybe they can't tolerate people. I know that when I worked in restaurants, it was very hard to deal with coworkers. And, when you have a bad day at work, at least in the restaurants, you can't just walk out and go home. I mean, you can if you quit or get fired or quit your job. I had a construction boss once say that I showed up late to work one morning, and I was hungover. I was in my 20s. And he was like, wow, you must be a celebrity, or you must be famous. And I was like, what's that mean? He's like, well, you just waltz in here like you have plenty of money, like you don't need this job. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I've always had this air about me, like I don't need to be here. Even when I was 16, the first job that I quit, I was washing dishes, and I told the boss, I was like, as I was walking out quitting, I was like, I can do better. And she's like, well, we can do better too, but it completely like burned her. Anyways, so we're highly educated or highly well-read, and we just don't have tolerance for working with others. We don't have, see, with autistic people, they're usually slow when it comes to social cues, okay? And it's a social disorder. Autism is basically a social disorder. And so that means we typically turn to escapism, coping skills. Like I know a lot of autistic people that listen to a ton of music. I know some that turn to alcohol to escape. And, because it's unbearable. It's unbearable working with people that can't relate to us. We feel trapped in these situations over and over and over. So I finally made it working from home. And what's funny is I chose network marketing, which is a very social industry, because you have to network with people in order to succeed. But I pretty much, since I'm above average intelligent, I got around these things that are typically normal in network marketing. Like people tell me I have to do three-way calls. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I got around that. And then people are like, you got to go to events. And I'm like, no, I have social anxiety. I'm not going to do that. And I learned one skill, and that's all I do still today after like 9 years of doing network marketing, is that I've learned how to recruit people. And anyone can recruit. Like a lot of people are like, I can't do sales. I'm not going to push products on people. And I don't blame them. I don't do that either. What I do is I lead with the opportunity, and I say, hey, if you want some extra money, check out the #1 opportunity I'm doing right now. And I say, click the link under this video. And it goes to my landing page of my opportunity. So you can basically join any program online as an affiliate or as a network marketer, depends on, the type of company it is. And when you sign up and become a member, then they give you your own website or your own link. And so I've just gotten to the point where I got good at getting people looking at my links. And so the last 9 years, I have recruited over 3,000 people. And what I do is when they sign up, I don't call them. I don't get on any type of video conference. I hate Zooms. I still don't get on company Zooms or anything. What I do is I recruit, and when I get a new sign up, I send them a welcome letter, and it has the company YouTube channel, it has my Facebook, and it has my leader's Facebook. The leader, my upline sponsor, he has a Saturday Zoom. So all I'm doing is I'm just kind of like an operator at a switchboard. And so when someone signs up on my team, I go, okay, go here, and then go here. And they're like, okay, what do I say to people? And I'm like, there's a script in the welcome letter I sent you. And they're like, okay, so do I have to buy products? I'm like, no, just pay your membership. And then for international teams, I usually find people that step up and want to be the leader for that market. So for example, I have a Vietnamese team, and the main person came to me. And I was like, great, you're going to be the leader, and just do videos on YouTube and train your team. And they're like, okay, thanks. So I've never had anyone be like, you have to do home parties or hotel meetings, or you got to do Zooms for your team. I'm like, I already have someone doing Zooms. And I point them to my upline. So I got out of that, and I don't talk on the phone. I get people that sign up through my link, and that's all I do. Now, of course, it's a real business. I mean, this is a home business. So there's still a learning curve. And you probably still have to talk to people, but mainly I use Facebook Messenger or I text people. And the reason why I can do these videos is because I know I'm not live. I know I can delete this video. I know that there's not a lot of people watching this. And so I'm fine. I'm fine with my phone. But if you got me in a room with 2 or more people, I would be frozen. Okay. And I would never, I tried going to an event, and 2 weeks before the event, I bailed. I sold my tickets because the anxiety was building up so much. And so I know I'm kind of talking about this network marketing thing a little too much. But the point is that you can design your own life, and you can be your own boss. I know I will never go back to a job. So I work hard with this home business, but working hard is basically 1 hour a day going to a pretty place on our drives and shooting a video and just saying, hey, check out my work from home opportunity for 2024. And it's also helped a lot of people with autism, because I tell my story and people can relate. And, so you can give back. I get a lot of comments from people that they're well educated. They have a college degree, but they can't get hired. The job market is completely screwed. They're extremely intelligent, But they need to consider working online, and they need to consider doing leveraged income. Leveraged income is I have an organization and I get paid on every single person in that organization, even if I didn't invite them to join. So we're talking, you know, now I make money, enough money. I make more. I make the same type of money. I know, tongue tied. I make the same type of money that a lawyer or a doctor make, like $200,000 a year now, working 1 hour a day. But I'm not saying you're going to get that. Okay, in the beginning, it's going to suck. You're going to get these $25 commissions, and you're going to be like, you know, how is this making Eric so much money? Well, yeah, I mean, I recruited like 200 people to find 3 to 5 leaders. You only need 3 to 5 leaders to make a lot of money, but you might have to recruit like 100 to 200 people. That's what a lot of leaders won't tell you. But here's the thing, you have all the time in the world. I wouldn't do network marketing if you're pressed for money right now. If you needed money next week, I wouldn't do network marketing unless you had a huge following and you've done internet marketing before and you know how to share a link. But you know, we do get paid weekly, but it's not going to replace job income for at least, depends. It all depends on you. I mean, I hit the ground running and started doing tons of videos for this company. And after 3 months, I recruited like 100 people, but the company was new. So when people searched for the company on YouTube, they saw my video and then they just watched it and signed up. Now it's a little bit harder because a lot of people know about the company, but you can still help people. Everyone needs extra money right now. And so that's what I'm doing. You know, I work from home, and it took years of struggle and crying. You know, every other day I was crying to Misha. I was like, I'm not going to make it. I have to go back to a job again. And she's like, just hold on. It will work. Stay in the same company and just show up every day. Do it, you know, create content. Just keep talking about it. And eventually people will sign up with you. And so I listened to her, and you know, after a while, I started attracting leaders because I started learning more about the profession. The more you learn, the more you can earn, right? I mean, it's the same with any job. If you don't know a lot, you're not going to get paid a lot of money. If you know a lot, then you're going to make more money. And so I treated it like a profession. But I always had that strong reason. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing network marketing? Well, it's because I want a house. I want to retire. I have no savings. You know, I was like 44 or 42 when I started network marketing. I had zero money, no net worth. And, you know, making $11 in restaurants, I wasn't going to go anywhere with my life. Now I can be like, you know, I'm proud. I mean, I can tell my mom and dad, you know, I'm making $200,000 a year, you know, and they never thought I was going to do that. Yeah, my dad was happy with me just working in restaurants, you know, because he can come out and visit and get his halibut and chips. And I'm like, Dad, I'm dying out here. I'm making $11 an hour, and I hate my life. And he's like, oh, but you're such a good cook. It's like, Dad, anyone can deep fry halibut and fries. But now they're catching on. Now they're like, now my dad's like, I'm proud of you. I don't know what you do, but I'm proud of you. It's like, well, yeah, it's fun. It's internet marketing, and I get paid money around the clock, and my team's growing around the world. I have like a team of 5,000 in China taking off. Never talked to one person from China, and this team is just taking off. Then I got a South America team. Never talked to them, because you can recruit someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who's a network marketing leader in Mexico. And then they take off, and you're like, I don't even know who they are. That's the beauty of network marketing, that leveraged income. So yeah, I mean, you have to be a professional. I mean, you can't like go off on people and yell at them in network marketing, or, you know, word gets around that you're nasty. But this is a good business because you can eventually work from home. And if you get good at it, it's just getting traffic to a landing page ethically. You know, I'm not saying just spam the entire web, your link. I mean, you need to align the viewers with your opportunity. You have to target the right people that are looking for a work from home opportunity. You don't want to just go on Twitter and link your link everywhere, because the company can still fire you. I mean, there is ethics and codes, but at least you wouldn't have a boss. I mean, I don't answer to anyone. If I'm sick one day, I don't have to work. I don't even have to work probably at all. The only reason I'm doing these videos is to motivate my team, because they're going to copy what you do. So if you go missing in action, they're going to disappear. But if you show up every day for the business, they're going to be like, yeah, he's still going. I'm going to keep going. You know, and if you keep recruiting, then they're going to keep recruiting. But yeah, you know, like 75% don't do anything. But you're still looking just for those 3 to 5 leaders. And don't prejudge anyone, because there's people out there that need money that you thought they had plenty of money. You know, a lot of us are struggling. Even the people that make $100,000 a year are struggling right now. Doctors, you know, the professionals are struggling right now. The elites are struggling. They're selling their art, you know. They're doing stuff because they know that this whole economic thing is going to change, you know, and the middle class is destroyed. You're either poor or you're wealthy. And so since I told my mom I was going to do something big with my life ever since I was 12 years old, now I'm doing it. And it's not greedy, because I now have money to give to charity. I have money to keep a nice roof over our heads. I got money to buy, you know, a full tank of gas instead of $10 worth here and there. And I'm not dying from buying cheap dollar food store crap anymore. I can actually go to the co-op and buy some really good organic food. So yeah, money does buy happiness up to a certain point. They say up to $80,000 a year is the happy point. But yeah, I mean, that's worth 2 to 3 years of hustle to make 80 grand a year. I mean, it's better than a job. It's better than spending 20 or 30 more years at a job. That's for sure. And I knew that. I knew it would pay off. And it did, but you have to delay gratification. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you put 2 or 3 years of solid work into this, educate yourself and train yourself on becoming a professional, then yeah, it will pay off. And then you'll get passive income every single month, and you'll love it. And you won't have a boss. So that's me. You could hate me for talking about this. You could be like, oh, that's just a pyramid. I can't believe you're pitching me. This is just one big pitch. And then there's the people that are entrepreneurial that are like, thanks, Eric. Yeah, I'll look into this. I'll watch the video. I'll sign up. I mean, even if you bought the 1-year membership, it's only $149 for your own home business. $149 for 1 year. So watch the video. I'll leave a link under this video. And God bless you. Leave a comment, guys, if you have been looking for something that's better than a job. And, you know, sign up. And then you'll get your own website, and I'll send you a welcome letter on what to do next. And we'll talk to you soon. God bless.